Hey, all of you beautiful souls. I'm sitting out here in the sun in my backyard. Look at this beautiful purple ray of light that just is so cool. Anyway, I haven't done a video in a while. I thought I would do one when I was in Vegas, but there was just way too much going on. And it was quite an interesting time. I'm gonna put my glasses on. You see? Oh, you can see my reflection of the camera. That's right. I don't really need these right now. But yeah. Whew. It's been quite a journey. I always say that. But the journey continues, and I'm so thankful to be where I am right now. And I'm just full of abundance, and I'm surrounded by love. I'm surrounded by my soul family, and it's been absolutely incredible everything that I've gone through. Something that people have told me when I first moved here, people were like, oh, be careful because Sedona will spit you out if you're not ready. And I'm like, I'm meant to be here. I'm ready to be here. I've been following my higher guidance, my higher selves, for the past 3 years. Actually the past 4 years, like really hardcore. And I'm on my game. Like, I have no intention of getting off my game. One thing I've learned is that here in Sedona, like, I've heard it all these years from my soul family that's here, that Sedona will level you up faster. And it's not about like level you up like, oh, I'm better than someone. That's not what I mean. When I'm talking about leveling up, as far as like my spiritual evolution as a human being and raising consciousness of myself and the planet, that kind of leveling up and ascending myself as a human being. And anyway, Sedona will definitely level you up faster. But you have to, anywhere, even if you're not in Sedona, like wherever you are, if you don't face yourself and face like the triggers that come up. But the thing is, what's great about Sedona and this whole area, because Sedona is surrounded by sacred energy, the vortexes that surround this whole area are great for human transformation. And there's a high level of spiritual community here. There's different tribes here, and there's different groups all kind of doing their little thing that they feel aligned to, and that's great. And anyway, if you are on your game and something comes up and you deal with it head on, the faster it is to move on you move on, you level up, you get to a higher timeline. But if you don't, if you run from not bettering yourself, if you run from your fears, if you run from the pain and not facing that pain, I've noticed that you will become ungrounded. Accidents will start to happen. If you don't ground yourself here, which we need to do weekly, daily, because the energies here are so intense. Sometimes some people can't even last a night here in Sedona because it's so intense. And they're not ready. They're just not, like, a year before I moved out here, I knew this was my home. I knew this was my future home. I knew I was going to be here leading up to the new earth and all that. I knew my soul tribe was here, but I had a little bit of anxiety. I did, about moving here, because I knew that once I moved here, like, I knew there were things that I would have to face. I knew it wasn't going to be easy. I knew there were going to be challenges, because you can't level, like playing a video game. You can't level up unless you go, that's confirmation, unless you go through certain battles, right? Unless you go through different challenges, then your character can level up. And going to Vegas, to the Stairway to the Stars, that was a new experience. I'd never been to Vegas. I had no desire to go to Vegas, but I wanted to go to that event because I thought it would be a lot of fun. I knew it was going to be gnarly, and gnarly as in energetically, it was going to be a battle. Energetically, it was going to be a challenge, and I was going to have to keep my vibrations high. I knew that we were going to be in a battlefield. And there were all these projections going on around, social media. Oh, people, there's all this black magic at the Stairway to the Stars. And yeah, there was some questionable stuff there that I did not partake in. And it just didn't feel right to me. Just something that I was not feeling aligned to participate in. So I just felt led to, I just followed my inner guidance, okay? And there were definitely some creatures roaming around in that pyramid. We stayed at the lecture, but there were reptilians, and we had to battle those guys. A whole group of us were gridding the place. That first night, I think it was Friday night, I had, in dream time, I was flying around from one place to the next inside that pyramid, and it seemed like I was carrying something. I don't know what I was carrying, but it felt like I was carrying something. And then I would place part of it in a place on the casino floor, and then I would go into another place something there. I don't know exactly. It was my higher angelic self. I definitely know that, because I was flying. So obviously I had my wings. But then I was recognizing people of the group of us that were out there. We were all flying around doing those things. So flying around. So it was quite an experience. A group of us, when we got back, a lot of us got sick, and because there were obviously parasites that got attached to us, we had some hooks into us. We had to go and clear. When I came back home, and a couple days after I had a fever for like 2 days and coughing. I didn't have a sore throat, but I had a lot of congestion and a fever. And for a day and a half. Okay. So like after that, I went up to the Mesa airport. I cleared myself, got rid of my hooks. I went to the sauna and steam room. The steam room is a great place to clear yourself because the energy is so much stronger when you're in a condensed space and with water molecules that are concentrated in a small space. You can literally feel that energy in your hands. That's how awesome it is to be in a steam room doing energy work. So anyway, so when we got back, a friend of mine said, we level up after we go through things like that. And I said, I believe it because I feel like I'm leveling up. And sometimes we get sick when we level up. And the reason why is because we're clearing that which we can't carry to take us to that new level. So we have to clear whatever toxin, parasite, whatever was in that lower, when you level up, you have to, sometimes you will get sick because you're clearing out that which you can't take with you on a higher level vibrationally. And that a lot of times that can manifest as a physical illness. But also, we were inside a building for 4 straight days with people from all over the world transmitting germs, whatever. There's that aspect too. So yeah. Anyway. So that's kind of what went down with Vegas. And then being gone for a few days and being sick, it kind of set me back financially. And but I'm not in a place of worry. I know that I'm supported. I know that I have abundance all around me. And money just comes in organically, like whenever I need it. And I trust that when you trust in the universe and you're saying, I'm trusting in you to provide for me because I have now taken the step to fulfill my mission here on earth. And when you take that step to fulfill your mission, everything is guided to you. Everything is brought to you so that you do not need to be suffering anymore, because your time has come to step up and be in your full mission. We are the way showers. Us indigos are the way showers. We're the leaders. We're guiding the way for those other younger star seeds so that they can follow in our footsteps and become the leaders of the new earth. But we're showing them the way. We're paving the way, literally. We're paving the way. It's our responsibility to pave the way. And that means growing up and taking responsibility for your actions, taking responsibility for the words you say, taking responsibility for your thoughts, taking responsibility for what you're projecting onto others and the energy in the space around you, taking responsibility for your own healing, taking responsibility for yourself and those you love. If you truly love someone, you are mindful of your energy, you are mindful of your thoughts, you are mindful of your words, because when you realize how powerful you really are, you will once you realize it, fully realize it, it's like, oh yeah, I know I'm powerful, but what do you really, really realize it? That you are a powerful being in this little zip file of a human. This is the biggest secret on this planet that they don't want you to know. They want us to think that we're little dum-dums, just gonna follow orders. No, we are free. We are free beings, energetic beings that have the free will to create and manifest a beautiful world of love and abundance and beauty. The Navajos say, walk the beauty way. What do you think that means? To walk the beauty way. What do we think of when we think of the word beauty? Beauty is not just in looks. Beauty is peace. Beauty is light, right? Beauty is light. Beauty is abundance. Beauty is health. Beauty is taking a bite of a delicious, organically grown apple that was seeded by the creek. And the creek, like we have here in Sedona, comes from the top of a mountain in the natural spring in Flagstaff. And it comes down and you eat the apple that's high vibrational. Like, that's beauty. Walk the beauty way. Walk the beauty way in the earth. Walk the beauty way in paying mind to your heart, paying mind to your energy. I've had recent conversations with some people who are projecting a lot because they're going through some stuff. They're going through their dark night of the soul. I have tried to give them advice based on my own experience, and I was attacked because they don't want to face the idea that they are in their dark night of the soul. They think they've done that already. Well, they're still going through it, and that's okay. There's nothing that doesn't demean them in any way. It just, I've been through that. We all have to go through a dark night of the soul. Okay? So that we learn how the dark energy works, so that we learn to see the dark within ourselves. We all have a light side and a night side. We are different polarities. We have access to different polarities in this universe. So it's all about choice. What will you choose? It's not based on anybody else. It's about you and what you choose. Are you going to choose to work on yourself? Are you going to choose to go within? Are you going to choose to be mindful of how you say things to other people? And here's the thing about me, and those of you who know me personally, well, they've had experience with this, and I'm not one to be fluffy, create fluffy clouds around things I say sometimes. I'm straight to the point, and if I feel guided to say something that might trigger you, I'm going to say it. If I feel guided that you need to hear something that I know you're not going to like, but because I love you, I'm going to say it. And you might think, oh, she's acting the ego because she thinks she's better. No, I don't think I'm better. I'm saying these things because I have experience. I don't say things based on like, oh, well, I've gone through this, so da da da, no, to glorify myself. No, I'm trying to help you so that this journey is a little bit easier for you than it was for me. That's all I'm trying to do. But some people, and I've been there where I've been super sensitive about like someone gives me advice and I get triggered and I'm like, I'm not in that place anymore though. I used to be, but that was because I still didn't fully love myself enough to take their heated words and their advice. And granted, it's my choice to take it or not, right? Everybody has a choice. And, so people need to learn their own way. And that's something that we have to realize, that everyone has a choice. And if someone feels guided to go another way and you disagree, you have to let them go and have to let them learn. Wow, somebody rattled that wind chime. Thank you. Because there's really not much wind. Oh, maybe there's a wind picking up now. Anyway, we have to let people go and let them go their own way. Let them, so that they can walk the beauty way. They can't walk the beauty way until they go through the dark. You have to let them go through the tunnel by themselves so that they can get to the light at the end. And sometimes it's a long tunnel. And it's hard to watch someone go through that. But just hold space for them. If they're treating you in a way that they're projecting negative energy on you, just distance yourself from them for a while. Hold space for them in your heart, send them love, and distance yourself. That's the best thing you can do for yourself and for them, because it will force them to go inwards. If you're waiting for someone to change and you're still like in their energy, they're not going to change. You need to step away in order for them to be able to self-analyze, go within, and find their own truth. So, yeah, there's just some things I feel like talking about today because of things that I've been going through. So, as some of you know, I've had an Etsy business doing readings and activations. I also create art, high vibrational art, and I'm starting to I've been making my own jewelry, but I make my jewelry mostly for myself or my friends or loved ones. But I do want to start selling some jewelry. And so on my Etsy shop, I have a vendor where I could do a reading with you. I will talk to your higher selves and we will go into either a past life or just vibrationally what kind of necklace will be good for you to help you level up, to help you either level up or shield or whatever it is for transformation, whatever it is that your higher self is guiding you to do. That's one thing that I really feel I want to do for people. If you go on Etsy and look for the shop Stars of Ascension, um, you can find it there. So that's one of the things I'm going to start offering. I also do activations. I can help you to activate your third eye more. I can activate your throat chakra, heart chakra. So I have been able to help people with that. So what I do is I do like a light language, and I incorporate the light into the picture that you send me of yourself, and I draw the light codes onto where the activation is going, and I'm doing that light language out loud and energetically connecting with those chakra points to help activate them and get you moving along. Some people have a harder time with opening their third eye or their throat chakra, and it happens because it's been calcified or it's been suppressed because of trauma and conditioning and all of that. So my goal is to help heal others. Like, I had to do so much on my own because the last 14 years that I've been on this journey, it hasn't been easy. Like, some of us, we had to do it ourselves. We had to connect with our higher selves and download the information on what to do to activate ourselves and to harness our abilities so that when the time came, we could be the healers and the leaders. And soon you will be a healer and a leader, some of you. And, everybody is capable of healing, of being a healer. Everyone is capable of being psychic. Everyone is capable of being telepathic. Everyone's capable of being able to astral. No one is above another. Okay? We're all God particles, God souls incarnated in this earth to help raise the consciousness of this planet. And yeah. So for a while, anyways, going back to my Etsy shop, for a while my Etsy shop was kind of on pause because I've been working a lot. But I'm now able, because I'm not working 2 jobs now, I'm down to 1 job. But I still want to do my side stuff with my Etsy shop and helping to heal humanity and helping people. If you want a one-on-one session with me, I will do an hour Zoom with you for $65, or we can do a phone call, whatever you feel most comfortable with. My price is $65 for an hour, and I've gotten good feedback from that. A recent one, there was a gal who, well, this is one real recent. There was maybe, but this one really, I got excited because she actually followed my, the things that I told her, and she took what I told her and the decisions that she made to start her own business and what she wanted to do with her homesteading and everything, and she's booming now. She's really transforming herself. And she was kind of in a low point, like kind of lost on where to go. She spent an hour with me, and now she's going. And it just makes me feel so good, so great that I was able to help her out and get her, just to put that little spark into her to be like, hang on, you're almost there. This is what I see for you. This is what you have done in the past, in your past lives. You have this ability. You have the knowledge. You just need to download it so that you can implement it into this life. Because that's what you're meant to do at this time. So, and now she's doing it, and it's absolutely beautiful. I am able to channel and connect with people's higher selves, and I have a connection with the Akashic records, so I can tap into the Akash, your Akash, even the collective, different time period, different parallel realities. Something that I don't want to say that I've been struggling with. I'm just kind of like, I've just kind of like just been letting it be. But I've been feeling this pull to put myself out there more. Someone once told me that, this is a few months ago, they're like, Kelly, they're not fully seeing you because you're kind of meek. And I'm like, meek? Meek sounds weak to me. I'm just not very outspoken. And I don't really put myself out there a whole lot. I don't always like to be the center of attention. I'm more of a wallflower. But they're like, Kelly, you are so you have so much to offer people but you don't put yourself out there enough. And I've been told that I carry a big stick, and I know I do. I know I'm very powerful, and I know I am a very ancient soul. I am very old. I am an old ancient soul. I am millions of years old. I have memories that go all the way back to Lyra, and anyway, a lot of you are very old. A lot of you are very old souls that have been incarnating here on earth for a long, long time. Okay? A lot of you are so powerful, you're not aware of it yet. And I've been kind of just staying in the background because I just got here to Sedona, and I've been going through my own tests and healing, but I've been feeling this push from my higher self. I need to put myself out there more and show people who I really am. Stop being afraid of others being intimidated by you, because I know that people are, and I know that, and it's hard for me as a woman. I would really like to have my divine counterpart come in, but I don't want my divine counterpart to be intimidated by me. I hope that my divine counterpart knows he's just as powerful as I am. He should be. And I want us to be aligned. I want us to be aligned so that we could be a powerhouse together. But we can't be aligned if one of us is intimidated by the other because, oh, they have a certain skill and I don't, but they may have a certain skill that I don't have. So there has to be this balance, right? It's all about balance. And it's not about like, oh, is he more masculine than me, or am I more feminine, or am I more masculine and he's more feminine? Like, it's all about mastering the self and balancing the self, the masculine and the feminine within yourself. That creates that powerhouse that you can be as a human, as a being. not a girly girl. I can be at times, but I'm also, not very masculine either. Like, I feel like I'm in this pretty good balance of both. And when I'm around, member of the opposite sex, I tend to be more in my feminine energy. But when I'm just like hanging with the guys, like, okay, I work with all guys at iPyramids. I'm the only girl in the workshop, which actually kind of like I feel surrounded and supported by these brothers in this workplace, and it's great. I love them so much, and they're like my brothers. And it's so funny because growing up, I don't know why I always felt this, but like, I'm the oldest. I have a younger sister, but there's two of us. But I never had an older brother. I always wanted an older brother. I always wanted to have a brother. But that didn't happen. But now I have like 5 or 6 brothers that I'm with every day. And it's absolutely beautiful. And I love it. And I love them. And I'm going to name them out right now because they've been so great. And Tim, Jesus, Ben, Sam, Kobe, who else am I missing? Jason, obviously, the boss. He's been great, really great. I'm so thankful for all of you. I've had a lot of healing to do with past relationships. Before I came here, I started on my healing journey. Healing from a very toxic situation that I was in before for like 10 years. And it's so great to be surrounded by beautiful men that love me and support me, and a place where I can feel safe around the opposite sex. It's been absolutely beautiful, and the universe has blessed me with this. It's helping me to trust the opposite sex again, and it's helping me to feel safe in my own body and to feel safe with making the decisions, that I've been making, and doing what's best for myself. And even though, we all have desires and things that we want, but sometimes we want it right now, and it's not supposed to be right now, and that's okay. Because the universe will give you what you're ready for. When you are truly on your highest path and going towards your highest timeline, and you're doing the work and you're doing the healing, you're going to be given everything that you need at the right time. Everything that not just what you need, but what you desire. It's okay to desire beautiful things. It's okay to desire to have a partner that will complement you and balance you and thrive with. It's okay to desire that. But I think before you can manifest that into your life, you have to feel whole and complete with yourself. You have to be able to create your own abundance, you have to feel secure in your own body and your own self before you can even have someone that is at the same level of alignment as you are, your divine counterpart, who's going to be that perfect person for you, right? They're not going to come in until you are whole, and complete, until you fully are anchored in yourself, meaning you are tree rooted. And so when something comes so something comes along, it's a big gush of wind, right? Like, oh, wow, I didn't expect this to happen. Whoa, wait a minute. I didn't want things to go this way. And what happens when you're rooted, you're standing tall, and you're standing firm, and in your beauty, what happens when the wind comes? The wind blows you this way, but you stay still, but you go back, and you stand firmly in your own beauty, in your own awesomeness, regardless of whatever just came at you. You're still standing. You're still flourishing. You're still growing flowers and beauty and beautiful leaves coming out of your vines. Like you're still like flowing out of your heart in the beauty that you are, regardless of like, oh, this guy doesn't want to date me now. Oh no. Okay, so what? You're still a beautiful being that is rooted and firm and strong and flourishing of life. Just look at you standing in your beauty. And someday someone will come along and be like, oh, wow, she is really here, or he has really turned into a strong, beautiful, rooted, abundant tree of life that is flourishing, and they're full of life, and they just have love emanating and beauty emanating from them in every direction. I want to grow with them. So this other tree is going to lean, it's going to kind of intertwine their branches with you, and it's going to come like just so naturally, organically. This other tree is just going to branch in with yours naturally, and you're going to have a beautiful, you're going to be abundant together. And this is what I see for myself, and I know it will happen. I just have to keep growing strong, keep being in the beauty way and growing strong, building my roots, flourishing myself, nourishing myself. And, that's what we're here to do. We're here to change the earth. We're here to make it beautiful again. We're here to make ourselves beautiful again. And I know that we can do it. I know that you can do it. So, anyway, it's going on 45 minutes. Woo-hoo. So, I just felt like it was time I came on here. It's been a while. I was just waiting to feel guided when the right time was to come on here. And I'm going to try and do more videos. I'm just very busy. Sedona has definitely been a life changer. I went from having no life to pretty much being a hermit for like 2.5 years to, meeting all kinds of people, having all kinds of experiences and growth, and it's been interesting having a social life again. But there's times I'm like, okay, I just need to be alone for a good while and just do my own thing. And that's okay. That's great. So I'm going to leave you all now, and I love you all, and I hope you all have a blessed week ahead, And just know that you are always supported. You have a team behind you. All your ancestors are behind you. Your angels are surrounding you, protecting you. Your higher selves are there for your guidance. Channel into them or ask someone else to channel them to help you. What do I do next? Where do I go next? How can I help this person? Show me what I need to do. We are leveling up. And this next year, 2024, I feel like it's going to be a very activating year. Very activating. People are going to be turning into superhumans all over the world. And we're going to see so many crazy things, paranormal things. We're going to see, we're going to start seeing light beings. The veil is thinning. We're getting into the fifth dimension collectively. Some of us are already in 5D energy, okay? My higher self told me I'm in 5D going into 6D. And I was like, what? Already? I didn't realize that, but yeah. And collectively, though, we're moving into the fifth dimension. We've been in the fourth dimension now for almost a year, maybe less than a year, but we're getting closer to the fifth collectively. And I feel like it's going to come 2024, 2025, and it's going to be a big year next year. I just feel it. My third eye is pulsing right now as I'm talking about this. So be ready. Stop running. Stop running from yourself. Stop running from your fears. You need to face yourself. If you really want to go through this transition into the fifth dimension, into the new earth, you have to face yourself. Stop running. And God will support you. God loves you. God is not a judge. You are the judge. You are judging yourself all the time. It is the ego. The ego pushes us for survival. The ego pushes us to judge ourselves so that we can navigate the direction on this dense planet. But we're not in a we're leaving that density now, okay? So it's not that we need to leave the ego. We just need to learn how to manage the ego. Because the ego isn't going to go away. People think, fifth dimension, the ego is going to go away. No, it's not. Because the ego was here in the fifth dimension in Atlantis. So, but we were able, in the beginning of Atlantis, we were able to work with the ego. But then it kind of developed into what they call the sickness. And the ego started taking over more and more, and people just kept falling into the ego. And we called it a sickness. But then later the church wanted to call it the devil. But yeah, that's another story. Anyway, we're moving out of density. We're going into lighter energies. It's going to get easier to manage the ego, but only until you do the work in here. Okay. Do the work or get left behind. Oh, look at, there's almost like a rainbow. So cool. I love the energy here. So great. Yeah. We're moving up. We're moving up. Don't get left behind. You don't want to get left behind in the transhuman agenda. Nope. Unless you want to become a transhuman, robot, AI. I've heard people say that the Greys are from the future, and they said we are from you. They're from the future. If that's what humanity turns into, that's kind of creepy, right? Do you want to turn into a creepy alien gray who doesn't understand empathy, who's only analytical and That's why they're coming back. They're coming back to wake us up, to warn us of what happens in this future timeline. You don't want to be in that timeline. Okay. Excuse me. I need a drink. So I love you all. God bless you all. And I wish you only the best. Okay. Peace, love. Namaste.